The entire Ipasi-Ijesa community in Obokun local government area of Osun State was thrown into a state of mourning as Oba Ezekiel Adesola Oludare JP was laid to rest. The sober ceremony drew dignitaries, politicians, sons and daughters of the community from across the country who came to pay their final respect. This is Ipasi-Ijesa, a community located under Ibokun in Obokun local government area of Osun State. The entire community in a sober mood. Family members, friends, associates, residents of Ipasi-Ijesa, as well as dignitaries within and outside the state gathered at Ajayi Memorial Hall, Cocoa House in Ibokun on Friday, 1st of August 2025 to witness the wake-keep and songs of praise of the late traditional ruler of the community, Oba Ezekiel Adesola Oludare JP. Late Oba Ezekiel Adesola Oludare JP was born to the royal family at Idoka, Obokun local government on January 21st, 1947 and died on the 22nd of March 2005 at the age of 78 years. On Saturday, 2nd of August 2025, the body of the deceased left its residential area in Ibokun for an interment at Ipasi-Ijesa. Immediately after an interment, a funeral service was conducted by the Gospel Faith Mission International Government Royal Assembly held at Kiloru Community Grammar School playing ground in Idominasi, Obokun local government. In a sermon titled Borrowed Property, the retired regional pastor, Gospel Faith Mission International Government, Pastor Jacob Oladeji says death is a natural phenomenon and a fundamental human problem that makes life short and uncertain. He described people's life as a borrowed property which must be used with consciousness.
When you borrow a property, you have to use it with the consciousness that that property is not yours. So it's a pity to discover that some of us are so careless and they borrow property in our life. There is a borrowed property in your life. When you a borrowed property, you have to handle it with care.
Prayers were offered for the children of the deceased and the entire family members, followed by testimonies, thanksgiving, as well as appreciation. Both young and old, including children and grandchildren, were seen weeping over the loss of the deceased, whom they described as a lover of all, a pillar and a unifier to the community, the state, and Nigeria at large.
True to everything they've said, I'm actually the last child, and Daddy was a wonderful person. He was generous. I remember when he passed, one thing that, the first thing he gave us was giving us God. And I won't forget, he would always tell us something. in Da Ọlọ́run ni, meaning we should have God as an know God for ourselves. So when you know God for yourselves, religious people or religion will not be things you carry on. You'll be able to access them yourself. And so that was one invaluable thing he gave to each and every one of the children. Then another thing is the fact that he was a giver. He gave to a fault.
I was a king. The way he will relate with you. So we will miss him greatly. We will miss him. But we appreciate God for the life well spent by him. And we are hoping that he's resting in the Lord.
Your name is that Baba is still young. The church is planning autogenarian for him. That is at the age of 80 to do that autogenarian. But Baba now died at the age of 78. If you feel that you will reach 80 and you are not reach 80, what will be your end? So therefore, everybody should prepare for death anytime.
I would say his life is well spent because he lived his life with God and he made with the children know the way of God. I will miss the money he used to give us because I must say he's a giver. So, and there will not be a day that will go to his house that will not see like maybe 2K or 1K, anyone. So I actually miss that a lot.
He's a giver. He listens. I can say he's a good listener. He's somebody I can talk to about everything and anything. We weren't so close because grandfather, granddaughter, but I think over the last 2 years we got really, really close, and it's kind of painful that he left so early when we started bonding. His calls, his constant calls to checking up on me every time. It's always frustrating at the time, but I think I'll miss it now.
He's a devoted Christian in the first instance. He's one of the biggest Grand traditional ruler in Obokun local government. And I know him very, very well. He became the king after me. And since I joined the Obokun Chieftaincy Committee, barely 14 years ago, I met him performing well. He handled our accounts and he never disappointed us. And being a Christian is a transparent king, very honestly, and is a man of his word. That is all I can say.
Man was a philanthropist when he was alive. He lived a life of holiness throughout, and he do preach same to with children at all times. So Baba Oludare, the Olupasi of Ipasi, was a disciplined man, as I said ab initio. He has been a man of purpose, and he has been displaying that thing even to date. I will surely miss him. He's my father. He was my father, and I will surely miss him.
Man of the people that lived his life, his entire life, for the service of God the Almighty that created him and for the people. He has made, he had made his mark, you know, and you can tell by the testimonies, the tributes you've had so far. I will miss everything. If I should start all that I will miss, they are enormous. Because he was a very loving father, a giver, a lover.
The deceased ascended the throne on the 4th of March 1980 and reigned for 45 years. At a reception, guests were entertained by a musician. Opeyemi Akinyemi, Abntv News, Idominasi, Osun State.
ABN celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.